Mary Goddard was my father's aunt, although everyone who knew her called her Aunt Mary. Aunt Mary lived alone in a little house on a hill. My parents took care of her and checked on her all of the time. Every Saturday my mother would call her to see which mass she wanted to go to. Whether it was Saturday afternoon or Sunday morning, we would arrive with plenty of time to pick her up. She would come out of the house and go back in. Then she would come out again and go back in. She was checking to see that everything was shut off and in its proper place. She would count everything in her head as she checked. Number 1, the refrigerator door is shut. Number 2, the burners on the oven are off and the pilot is out. Number 3, the chest freezer is shut and latched. Number 4, the toilet seat is shut. Number 5, the kitchen sink is off and it's not dripping. After this ritual was complete and she came through the door for the third time, she would shut and lock it. She would stop and try 3 times to open the locked door. She'd turn to the car, get to the top of the step, turn frantically, and try the locked door again 3 times. This time she'd turn to the car and get as far as the car door, before going back to check the door 3 more times. She'd finally get in the car and off we'd go to church. This ritual of checking and rechecking occurred no matter what the occasion for leaving the house. When we returned Aunt Mary home from whatever the outing, we would help her to the door and make sure she was inside and safe. Sometimes I'd stay in the car while my mother settled her in. On these occasions you could almost always count on a message from her when we got home. "Rose, this is Aunt Mary. I just wanted to call because I owe Billy, Joe, and apologize. I don't think I said goodbye to her." We would call her back and reassure her that she did say goodbye and ease her mind. She was a determined woman. Her lawn was mowed every Saturday morning. My father would go up and take care of this for her. If he wasn't there by 9:30 a.m., he would show up to find her trimming the grass with a pair of kitchen scissors. She didn't know how to work those machines in the garage like he did. And it wasn't just her yard. There were plenty of times that we would arrive to find her climbing up or climbing down from her roof because there was a leak and she didn't want to call and be a pest. Aunt Mary died at the ripe old age of 96. I bet she's still watching us to this day to be sure we check our doors, fix our leaks, and keep up our landscape.